Hello, this is Tammy from DevelopBit, and in this tutorial we're going to continue on talking about variables. We're going to go back over what a variable is and how we can actually name variables. So, what is a variable? Variables are containers that store values. In my previous video, I mentioned an example of how you can use a form. So if you notice in a form, it may have first name, last name, city, state, zip code, and let's just say how many, number of. Those are fields or containers that stores values. So if I wanted to say, hey, my first name is Tammy, Tammy is being stored into first name. On the form, it may say, how many cars do you have? Cars is assigned to that number that I'm going to put in that container. So again, that's what variables do. In this case, we're going to look at it in a perspective of using it in our code. So when we're working with variables, how do we name our variables? There are several rules to naming your variables, which I'm going to list out here. One of the rules is that it must begin with a letter or underscore. Okay? It must begin with a letter or underscore when you are naming your variable. The second rule, which I'll put number 2, it cannot contain spaces, punctuations, or special characters other than an underscore. Okay? The third rule is it cannot begin with a number, but you can use the numbers later in the name. Okay? And the last one is it cannot be the same as a keyword that Python has preserved. Okay? So again, these are some of the rules. I'm going to just put it here. These are some of the rules of naming variables. Okay? So these are some of the rules of naming variables. And again, I am going to list out some of the Python keywords for this video so that you can take a look at what are some of the Python keywords that are reserved when it comes down to naming your variables. Now, when you are naming your variables, there are 2 ways that I like to mention in this tutorial that you can use for your variables. The first way is using the underscore notation. So, if I said that I wanted to use first name, like I mentioned before, you can still use first name. But if you wanted to use an underscore, you can separate first and name by using an underscore. So that's one of the styles that you can use when it comes down to naming your variable. The second way of naming your variable is using what is called camel casing. The camel casing itself is basically the first letter of each word. The first letter or the first word is in lowercase, and after that, each word itself is in uppercase. So here's a perfect example. Let's just say I wanted to say tax rate. Again, I can say tax rate altogether, but if I wanted to say tax, which is the first word, is in lowercase, but the next word, rate, has the uppercase in there. But also, if I said I wanted price, you notice that that's also in uppercase as well. So you can use camel case, or you can use an underscore notation when you are working with your variables. The main thing is, in this case, as my recommendation and personally is just stay consistent with naming your variables. If it's with underscores, if you could try to stay consistent with using an underscore, or if they're all in camel case, just try to stay consistent with using camel casing when you are working with variables. So, in summary, when we're working with variables, we definitely can use either an underscore notation, as you notice here, or a camel case when we're working with naming our variables. We don't want to use reserved keywords that Python has already reserved, which is one of the examples I wanted to show. So, for example, one of the keywords that Python has is the word and. So let's just say I use the word and as my keyword. I'm going to do this because if I run it, then what's going to happen is first name. Is this. So now if I go in and I decided that I wanted to print this out and use and I save this, and now I run it, it's going to give me an invalid syntax, meaning that that is a keyword that's already reserved for Python to use somewhere else. So if I go back in here and say my name, and then I run it, I should be able to see that my name has been, Tammy has been assigned to my name, and it printed out as Tammy. So again, this tutorial was on what is a variable, how to name your variables, what are some of the naming styles that you can use for your variables itself. So thank you again for watching my tutorial on how to work with variables. Thank you.